Everyone, I'm Rajan Chaudhary from Manzil Immigrations. Today I will talk about timeline for UK study visa. 12 to 18 months before enrollment. Start researching and select 8 to 12 universities that you will apply to. Visit universities' websites and note application requirements, deadlines, etc. And then learn about options to fund your studies. And then make custom application strategies for different universities. After that, 10 to 12 months prior to enrollment. This is the time when you shift from the preparation mode to creating the application. Think hard about what makes you unique as an applicant and sketch out your strengths and self assessment. And then register yourself and start preparing for required standardized tests like GMAT, GRE, UCAT, TOEFL, or IELTS, depending on the course and university. And then 10 months before enrollment. Begin by downloading admissions brochures from the university websites. Start working on the UCAS admission form and application. And then search for and begin applying for external scholarships if applicable. And then take standardized tests like GMAT and TOEFL. And then contact your professors and direct managers for at least two reference letters. Begin drafting your SOP and essays. Alongside your admission applications, plan for your expenses like applying for an education loan. And then I will talk about enrollments. Apply before the deadline. You may have to appear for a video interview in front of the admissions committee. And then you will get your rejection letter via email by April to June. It means the months may vary. The acceptable letter helps you attain student visa. Then gather paperwork for your student visa, and then depending on the deadline you will need to notify the universities of your decision. Pay a non-refundable deposit and apply for your student visa. Okay, and then I will talk about application fees. All colleges require that you pay an application fee while applying. The fee amount will differ depending upon the college and course being applied to. So, check with the individual colleges about their application fee. If I talk about SOP means a statement of purpose. SOP is your introduction to the college and admission officers. It's always written in the first person and describes the reason for applying to a particular college. It needs to highlight why you are perfect fit for the college and why the college should accept you. Is it? And then the style of writing could differ from formal to casual, but it is important to remember that it should reflect your personality as well. I will talk about now essay. Essays are also required to be submitted by a prospective student. Essays are an important part of the university admissions process. Students may be required to write one or two essays, along with a few optional essays too. Common topics include career aspirations, strengths and weaknesses, skills, experiences, and reasons for considering a particular school. If I talk about LOR, a letter of recommendation is a reference letter written by a third party describing the qualities, characteristics, and capabilities of the prospective student to recommend him to the college in terms of that individual's ability to perform a particular task or function. The third party could be a professor, direct manager, etc. And then UCAS and then applications to all undergraduate courses are filled through universities and colleges admission system or UCAS, a central organization in the UK that is responsible for receiving undergraduate applications and forwarding them to the respective institutions. If I talk about UCAS, UCAS allows you to apply to 5 universities through a common form. 13 pound is the fee for one course, or 24 pound for multiple courses and applications. The services offered by UCAS are designed for the admission to the September or October intake in the UK, and you normally apply directly to a university for courses starting in January or February. And one thing you should also note, students seeking admission to a postgraduate program will have to apply to individual universities using the application form of that particular university. Most universities offer the facility to apply online for a nominal fee. Once the application form is filled appropriate and supporting documents would have to be sent to the university. Although universities don't have a deadline, it's recommended that you apply yearly to enhance your chances of being made an offer. Intake seasons, the main intake seasons are September or October, and January or February is in UK. The services offered by UCAS are designed for the admissions to the September or October intake in the UK. So you have to apply directly to the universities or courses starting in January or February. If I talk about language exams, International English Language Testing System, it means IELTS, Test of English as a Foreign Language, it means TOEFL, and Pearson Test of English, it means PTE, are all standardized language tests which are required to be taken for the purpose of getting admission into colleges. These follow different formats, different structures, and results bands. These tests are different in various ways, but many colleges ask for any one of the results. So it's up to the student to decide which exam to appear for. If I talk about repetition of exams, IELTS can be taken an unlimited number of times. TOEFL can be taken as many times as one wishes to, but can't be taken more than once in a 12-day period. Same with PTE. It can be taken as many times as desired. You must wait to receive your scores before you can book your next test. If we talk about fee, the standard fee for these exams is 14,000 for IELTS, and US dollar, I think $180, or TOEFL. Time to apply. What is the right time to apply? Ideally, if you are aiming at the September intake, you should appear for these exams by November so that you can apply before the first deadline. The universities you will be applying to will mention which exam results they will accept. But if they give a choice to go for either of these, then the choice depends on you. The time required to prepare for IELTS, to prepare for TOEFL, to prepare for PTE would depend on the existing IELTS language proficiency. You may require 2 to 4 months of preparation before the exam date. Okay. If we talk about general exams, GMAT, the Graduate Management Aptitude Test is used to measure the abilities of the potential MBA aspirants to undertake higher education in the field of business or management. It measures it measures English and reasoning skills of the student. If I talk about Greek, the Graduate Record Examination is another test required to be taken by students applying to graduate schools to pursue MA or MS. Increasingly, many businesses, schools are also accepting Greek scores for the purpose to granting admission for MBA. The university you will be applying to will mention which exam results will be applicable to the course of your choice. But if they give a choice to go for either of these, then the choice depends on you. If I talk about repetition and fee, you can give GMAT an unlimited number of times, subject to 5 times a year and a gap of 30 days between two tests. You can take these tests with a gap of 30 days. The cost of GMAT is INR 16,000 and GRE is INR 12,000, I think. Ideally, if you are aiming at the September intake, you should appear for these exams by November so that you can apply before the first deadline. The preparatory duration generally ranges from 4 to 6 months. If I talk about average scores, The average GMAT accepted score across universities is 540. Average GRE score is 155 for verbal and 67 for quant and 5.0 for writing. So it's important to note that these numbers are just for reference purpose. The actual scores may differ from university to university. So if you have any query regarding this video, you can share your query in the comment section. I will do my best to answer you as soon as possible. You can also share your profile on my WhatsApp number 9914615605. I will tell you what is better for you, which course is better for you, which university is better for you, and which country is better for you. Is it? Thank you so much. Be happy and take care.